Yo, it's your boy Troubles in the building.
What's up, y'all? It's Maiya, the designing agent here. Your go-to source for all things real estate and interior design.
Welcome to another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. Hey, we had to change it up real quick, baby.
We did.
Hopefully y'all like it.
Something slight.
Yeah, it's something light, not too crazy. You know the motto if you follow my Snap, Cooking Single Sundays. Hey. But shout out to 1800 Ultimate Margarita.
Yeah, what we drinking on that? Mango? We have mango today.
Got the mango vibe.
It's cool, it's light, it's summery, it's not too much.
Yeah. And normally I always throw my disclaimers for drinking and driving. But we day drinking, it's different.
We day drinking.
You still should throw out the disclaimer, call an Uber, no drinking
don't drink and drive. We do promote safety here. We want y'all to stay safe.
Exactly. I mean, that day drinking hit different, baby.
I mean, it do, because I'm asleep by like 6, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. So, hey, it's summertime vibes. I always tell people, if drinking is your thing, try it during the daytime, that brunch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? Brunch? That's when you get it popping, okay? Yeah. That's when the mimosas come out.
Bottomless.
Shit, get in there early, and then call your man. Because it's about that time.
It's about to go down. Getting that what you doing text at 1:30.
In the afternoon. Alright, so what's been going on? What's up, Chris?
What's been going on with me? It's a lot. I've been job searching, so for all my veterans, trust me. I understand the struggle.
I mean, hey, even,
of job searching. It's not.
Yeah.
It's damn, let me turn my phone off. My bad. Understand. I'm starting to understand the reason why veterans have such a hard problem getting a job, and it's like we have this mind state of because I've been doing it for 9 years, so it's like, okay, you post a job list and I apply, I should get the job.
But
and it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't.
And it sucks.
It does, and oh god, I can only imagine You're used to, a certain type of lifestyle. You're used to certain things. Things go this way, this order. And being just, like you say, a civilian, shit's completely different. You're not going to get what you used to.
Y'all
in
so
there.
fucking laid back. I am.
But, believe it or not, a lot of these jobs out here, they don't scan, resumes how they used to. So one thing that I did notice, and that was taught to me, so if you are job searching, do your best to manipulate your resume to fit exactly what they're looking for.
Okay, I got some stories beat for that. Go ahead, we'll
okay.
go.
All right, and then number 2, they have bots that's just searching. So if you have certain keywords that pull out whatever's in their job description, that bot will ding them to notify, oh, this may be a qualified person for this position.
Yeah.
So people not even really tracing stuff anymore. So you putting your heart and soul into these resumes, man, and it don't even give.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it sucks because it's I will say. Let me back this up. So I know I said just not even 45 seconds to a minute ago, I was like, it's hard to find a job. It's not hard finding a job because motherfuckers will hire you left and right. But it's finding a good quality job.
That's true.
And I ain't sacrificed 9 years. What they say on Dead Presidents, all I did for this motherfucking country. I ain't do 9 years just to kind of start at the bottom again. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just okay, I tweak my resume, and mind you, I'm reading these job descriptions to a T, and I'm still getting denied.
And you would think you would be high priority.
Yeah, and I'm going at the entry level. Look, I start here.
Yeah,
it's good pay, but I was like, look, I start here because it's very different.
Fuck that. I'm coming out the gate demanding shit. I want this.
Yeah, I mean,
I want this.
So one of my jobs, I went on a couple interviews or whatnot, but the one that I really wanted was at a hospital. So I applied for 4 different positions in the hospital. Mind you, all it said was gotta have a high school diploma and maybe 1 to 3 years experience. I'm like, easy. I fucking murdered that shit.
This finna be a breeze.
This shit finna be a breeze. So 4 positions. Baga. Knock them out. So maybe we'll just see how I did it on a Monday or Tuesday applying for the job, right?
Right.
Next thing you know, Friday hit. Coming from the gym. Next thing you know, 4 emails back to back to back. Denied. And I'm like, this shit is preposterous. Like, did I say that right? Preposterous. I said, oh yeah. So I was like,
you were flabbergasted.
I was flabbergasted. I was befuddled. Like, yo,
shout out to the dictionary.
Yeah, shout out to the dictionary. So I was like, yo, you know what's going on? So I reread the whole description. I was like, man, the description on what y'all want, and then on the right hand, it's my resume.
Right.
Yes, the description looked like a goddamn thesis statement. Like, it did. So I talked to my mother about it, and I was like, man, maybe should I email them? She's like, yeah, you know, email them to, damn, my bad, y'all. Email them to, you know, kind of figure out what's going on. You know, maybe my verbiage wasn't lining up on what they were asking for, even though they didn't really ask for nothing.
I don't feel like the verbiage really matters. Like, it's your experience. It's what you're qualified to do.
Yeah, but
it's what fucking matters.
If I have nine years of, probably more than 9, because,
yeah, you had to go through, like, a vetting process.
Yeah, so it's just like, so emailed them. Next thing you know, I emailed them that Monday around, like, early 9 o'clock after I finished watching Maury. And then around like probably about 2 o'clock, get a call. Lady was like, "Yeah, my coworker said call you." I'm like, "Damn, like this how we starting the temple off?" I'm like, "Who is you? Like you ain't even really."
Are you serious? What?
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I'm with such and such company. I ain't gonna put them out on blast."
Okay, blast that ass.
Yeah, right. She was like, "Yeah, I'm with such and such company, and you know, you sent the email." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where did I miss the mark from my resume to your description, right?" She's like, "Okay, let me look at your resume."
Facts check.
I was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "Look, you know, I understand maybe if I'm not qualified for your position, because you know you kind of got undersell but over deliver."
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe I'm not qualified for your position, but could you help me out? I just got out the military. I understand, you know, we use different verbiage from y'all, but like, can you help me out? She's like, yeah, I'll look out. And she started looking at my resume. She's like, yeah, it looks like you job hop. I'm like, how? It's like, how do I job hop?
They pick up anything.
Yeah, right. So mind you, for those that don't know, when I got out the military, my last day was like in November. I got a job up Amazon around like January time frame, right? I only worked there for January, like March or April. Yeah, so 4 months.
4 months, yeah.
And then before my long career in the military, my long 9 to 10 years in the military, I did a year and some change at a spot called Bill Bateman's in Ricestown. It's a
wing spot.
Yeah, wing spot.
Yeah.
I worked there for a year before I went to the military.
Right.
She's like, yeah, it looks like you job hop. I said,
did you check the years, ma'am? Like,
she's like, yeah, you worked at, it looks like you worked at Bill Bateman for like a year in 2008, and then
8, sis, it's 2019. What you talking?
Exactly. And then she's like, yeah, it looked like you worked at Amazon for about 3 or 4 months. And I was like, and? Like,
and?
I don't,
right.
I'm like, you don't see the 9 years I did? Like,
in the military.
In the Marine Corps. Like, you don't see that? She's like, oh, I see it. Maybe you should put it up front. I'm like, it's the second one. If you could see Bill Bateman's, I know you can fucking see Amazon. I mean, the Marine Corps.
Right.
So I was like, man, y'all tripping.
You know what I think
so she pushed it through, but go ahead.
You know what I think it is?
What?
You may be overqualified. And like I said, from what you're coming from and what they're probably planning to pay for is not going to be matching up to your standards.
But why don't they just tell me?
No, because then that's, I'm not going to say it's fair housing, but with you being a veteran, you're kind of like in a protected class. So certain things they can't, like you're protected, like with housing.
Okay.
I can't put like, oh, how many children under the age of 18 will be living in this house. That's a protected class. That means I can discriminate against these people because they have children under a certain age, and I don't want to rent to them because I feel like they're going to mess up my house. With you having that experience and that background and certification, you may be overqualified for what they're willing to pay. So they want somebody probably fresh out of college, dumb, don't know nothing, and willing to take whatever they give them. But you got more experience under your belt, so therefore you're not going to settle for some $10, $11, $12 an hour. No.
Yeah, well, like if it was I don't care about, like, a lot of people know my plan, but what I'm about to say is, like, I take it now just because it's not long term for me, because I'm going right back into the military.
They don't know that.
Yeah, they don't, and that's the sucky thing. You can't disclose everything. It's like
exactly, they don't know that, because then they will be like hesitant on, you know, having you come in for the position, because then they're gonna know you're gonna leave like within a few months, so then they're gonna be doing this search all over again.
I mean,
or maybe that's something else too. That's probably another reason why. So they probably have a lot of reasons why, and they're not going to say it up front.
Yeah, I mean, but the interviews I have going on, I will tell my veterans. I used to tell a lot of my mentees this too. Make sure y'all get y'all Lean Six Sigma certification. So it's a continuous process improvement and certification. So basically, okay, you do real estate, of course. So many processes that you have to go, processes and paperwork, right? So if we go from A to M, from start to the motherfucker contacting you to the day the house is sold,
right?
It's all these processes, right?
Yeah.
So what someone in that with a certification like that or that type of background, all they would do is look at all your processes and see on if you're wasting time. Like, well, can I merge this paperwork with this? Can I switch J and D? Can I merge them together somehow? Okay, it's two different paperworks. Can I do front and back on that paperwork? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But bottom line is, it's just like, yo, make sure y'all get all your certifications that you can in the military, because it does help. And one of the key things I learned about, like, interviews, because the thing about it is selling yourself. And I'm not one of those, like, well, I did this, I did that. Nah, it's just like,
you were brought up differently.
Yeah, I'm very humble about my stuff. It's like, yeah, so tell me about.
When did you go into the Marines?
December 2008.
Age
18.
So you weren't, I mean, I guess you could, like, but between, 15, 16 to 18, you're doing them like little rinky-dink jobs. You're not really going for something where, I mean, of course you have to sell yourself and everything that you do, but it's not as to a certain criteria or to a certain standard. You left before, I guess, they really hone in on how you need to be during job interviews. So that skill, I guess, you didn't really learn. But
yeah, they try to teach you, like, as far as transferring before you get out, but each business is different. Yeah, so it's just like, you just gotta sell, baby.
It wasn't it, Chief.
It ain't it, Chief. So, at the end of the day, like I tell all my mentees or just anybody in the military, anybody that's getting out, like, yo, all them certifications, Lean Six Sigma, we got like apprenticeship certification through the Department of Labor.
Okay.
It's called U.S. MAPS. Yo, get them shits, because
get them shit.
It helps a lot. It really does. Like, the job that pushed my stuff through, even though they was kind of fucking up. Like, when I had to interview with 2 managers and a supervisor. Or is it
a lot, but okay.
Yeah, it is. They was like, yeah, you have all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like,
hire me.
Yeah, hire me. Like, it's like, when can you start? I was like, now? Like, do you want to do this now?
Like, I can clock in.
Yeah, I can clock in right now. And another tip for all my veterans, anybody that's trying to find a job in general, yo, take like a little book. Take a book, and when they talking about like certain important stuff, just write it down. Yeah.
Did they ask you why?
No, they didn't ask why, but you could tell by their mannerisms, like they were impressed by it.
Okay, well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because, I would think some people would be standoffish about that. Because it's not something typical that you see that people are doing during interviews. Because, they even ask you, like, oh, do you have any questions? And a lot of people will say no. But I notice if you do have questions, that they like to.
Yeah.
Because it shows that you were really paying attention and you were listening versus just, letting them conduct.
Exactly.
So.
And speaking of questions, one of the main questions I always ask is, how long this position been open and why?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And do you have a high turnover rate? That's another good one
Yeah,
too.
that is too, because like you need to understand the camaraderie within. Okay, you know, is it a toxic work environment? Of course, they ain't gonna say
They ain't gonna
it is.
say that up front.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say it up front, but you could kind of be like, all right.
Tell if they give you a bullshit answer.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, how long? Like, if y'all really like a family within this work environment, like,
What they trying to sell you on?
Yeah, do y'all do potlucks? Stuff like that. Like, that stuff really matters. Like, okay, do you do potlucks? I don't know. Like, do y'all look out for each other?
That's a good. No, that's good.
Ask questions, people.
I like that. Those are good. Take note, Shaw. That's. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Lord knows I haven't done. I actually just did my resume for the first time in like 3 years.
Was it a lot to add to it?
No.
No.
But it was like an update. It was a refresher. I ain't gonna spill too much because I don't know who's listening.
Yeah.
But
Just a refresher.
yeah, so I just, did a refresher and I was just like, wow, I really do not have the patience for this shit. And believe it or not, it's just my resume.
Yeah.
But my whole thought process while I'm sitting here, I'm like, granted, yes, it's good to look back and see what I've accomplished from, where I started to where I am now. But this job hunting shit is not for me. I get bored easily.
Yep.
I'm tired of... But see, I guess I keep saying
Job hunting is a job in itself.
Yes. But my thing is, I feel like... And this is not to knock anybody, but my entrepreneurial spirit is so strong that I can't.
Don't you Uber or Lyft?
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared. It's Baltimore. It's too crazy. I'm a female. I mean, I got
Get
device.
the strap.
I got stuff in the car.
Yeah.
But no, like... But
Nah.
I make it do. I make shit shake.
Yeah, but I mean, make sure you update your resume, people. Update them skills too, because
Listen, Microsoft Word is not cutting it anymore.
Oh, it's not.
It's not.
I just say Microsoft.
Yeah,
everything.
Microsoft Office it just covers all of them.
Yeah.
How are your I guess negotiation skills? That's for me. But how are your negotiation skills? Like, are you a people person?
Customer service.
Yes, like things of that nature.
Can you diffuse the situation?
Yes, they ask you them dumbass questions during the job application. Like, oh, if you see an employee stealing, what do you do? Do you mind your business or do you go tell them? They ask you stuff like that. So they want to know how you handle, stuff when you are put in certain situations.
Yeah. Interesting. So hopefully I have a job within the next 2 weeks.
Hopefully, y'all, because I am tired of him asking me for money.
She lying. I don't even ask my mother for money. What's going on with you, though? You posting a lot today.
Man, I've been getting busy. It's all right. It's third quarter.
Explain that to the people if they don't know.
Our year is set in 12 months. So 3 quarters is a month. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. So
like
today,
physical. Yeah, physical, yeah.
Fiscal.
What?
You said physical.
Oh.
Fiscal.
Oh, fiscal.
So today starts third quarter. So we got
beginning of July.
Yeah, July, August, September. So it's just, you keep track of your numbers. Like, you see, the progression you've made. You keep record, I keep record of, like, all the houses I sold and, I guess you could say, how much money each property's worth. So I guess, next year I can compare my numbers. Like, okay, this quarter I did $200,000 in home sales. This year I want to increase that by
250,
something like that. So I pretty much keep that to, it's just a reminder. But that's what a lot of businesses do. Mm-hmm. So that's how you control your profits or loss, like your gross, all that stuff like that. So happy quarter 3, y'all.
Happy quarter 3 to all my realtors. Is that what you
I mean, business owners in general. Support all black businesses.
Hey, support all black businesses.
You on one today.
Yeah, shout out to cult favorite.
Who?
For the brownies. I don't even care at this moment.
So I wish you would have prepped me. Shout out to her, y'all. If you're an avid listener.
Yeah, shout out to her. Brownie on point. But so what else is in the real estate world is going on?
We got a lot. Like, a lot is happening within the city. So, like, today, as you mentioned, like, I was posting a lot. And shout out to my sphere. So we got something called
What the fuck is
a
that?
sphere of influence.
Okay.
So that's pretty much your people in your immediate circle who support you, who, help your business, who, like, send you referrals, send you business, stuff like that. So shout out to my sphere because I get a lot of, like, my close people liking stuff, sharing stuff, like, reposting stuff for me, and it helps me grow. So
Yeah.
shout out to them because they had a lot to do with today, but pretty much today started the registration of pretty much a grant that's being funded by Baltimore City, where they are giving first time home buyers $15,000 towards your down payment for your home and your closing costs.
Damn.
15 bands. So
Is that unheard of? Has that ever been done before, or just?
they have other programs available, but this one was, I guess, like, so big.
Mm.
So
So how is the city of Baltimore able to do that? But we have all this, all this police corruption, huh?
Listen,
they laundering the money that way, huh?
I have no idea what's going on, but listen, if they giving it, I'ma help push it.
Yeah.
All right. But no, one main thing is, I don't know if you we ain't gonna give away your location, but in this city, it's a lot of properties that are in the process.
Oh, in this area?
No, like towards the city more.
Okay, towards Baltimore City.
Yeah, so they have a lot of properties that are in the process or already scheduled to be demolished because one, the upkeep is it's not holding up. People aren't owning homes and businesses are going out of business, so therefore the property value is significantly decreasing, and people just don't care anymore. So it costs the city a lot of money to do all this work,
Yeah,
so
because
that's
the
why.
city has it's under there.
Yeah, it has
They
to.
paying for it.
Because a city doesn't need to be inhabitable. Like, people have to be able to live and operate within their city.
Correct.
So because like, rats and trees growing through houses and broken windows and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So the city is literally giving away money so you can own stuff. So that's pretty much what's going on.
So is that like almost? It almost seems like we talked about it before when they were selling houses for $1.
Yeah.
So it's like under that realm. So in a sense.
I mean, this one is just more assistance. You are still doing pretty much the legwork yourself.
Yeah.
That I really can't tell you.
Yeah, I was about to say it seemed like it's in reverse at this point.
It's so different, but these mortgage companies and these mortgage lenders, they give these programs. Of course you have, like, your stipulations for them. You getting free money. It's going to be some type of stipulation for it.
Have you read the stipulation for this one?
I just had a closing for one, and they went over it and was just like, if you do this in an X amount of years, like, the grant that you received would have to be paid back, or because it's city money. So if you don't follow their guidelines, they're gonna ask for it back.
Like HOA guidelines, like
that's something different.
No,
nah.
what do you mean follow the guidelines? Like
all right, I'm giving.
But you can't take a vacation for 2 months in December.
No, that has nothing. Unless it's pertaining to the property itself. That's all that they care about. They don't care about nothing about your personal life or what you do. As long as you say, I'm giving you this $50,000, you can't move out the house or foreclose on the house within 3 years of you living in it.
Okay,
or
got
I'm gonna
it.
want my money back.
Got
Something like that.
Okay, exchange like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's just been a lot, and the only way you get the information is to the people is just by pumping it out there. So, like I said, it's the first day of third quarter. I want to keep the momentum high. I want to educate our people, and I just want to get, see a change in the city.
And that's why you're on the goddamn podcast.
Hey,
turn up for the one time. Shout out to 1800 again. Also, I wanted to say is is that grant 15? Is that still open now, or is it a time limit, or is it a time limit on like the date, or is it a limit on the people as far as capacity?
It's more of the people.
Okay.
So, like, today, they had a open registration online, and I started, I believe, at 9 a.m. So I sent a few of my followers went and looked at the link, and they messaged me back, and was just like, hey, it said that it's already filled to capacity. And I'm just like, damn, already? So I go to the website to see, and the registration was, closed because it was due to full capacity. Now, they did not put out how many people could register before it closed, but I take it was a lot of people apply. So, in a sense, I am very happy about that. That is a good thing. That means people are taking the initiative to own more homes within the city. So, I'm glad that's a good thing. But it's a weekend event, 2 days. I think it's July 19th through the 20th. They will be still accepting people to walk into the event the day of with all the necessary documents to still apply for the grant. So they're still taking more people.
Oh, that's dope.
Right.
And you don't have, like, with you being in the realtor world, you don't have special access. Like, look, I need y'all to click this link at goddamn 8:58 in 4 seconds. That's the only way you could get in early.
Nah.
So you get it just like the rest of the world gets it.
Yeah. So I mean, I get the information because I'm plugged in with people in that line of work. So
Okay.
I'm a realtor. Granted, we're all in the real estate game, but the mortgage lenders are the one who gets their information, and then I get my information from them, which I pump to the public. So it's like a chain.
Okay, got it. All right,
Yeah.
so it's like, yo, I'm going to throw this out because it's going to wind up helping you, which
Yeah.
winds up helping me, which winds up helping that person.
Pretty much. That's
Yeah,
how
I
it
get
goes. That's how it goes.
Goddamn chain of command.
That's how this business goes.
The goddamn pyramid.
Everything a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it is. In life, it is. You know, I was even talking with someone. They was like, yeah, you know, I'm not about this corporate world. I'm going to be an Uber because I don't want to work for the man anymore.
Alright.
And I was like, well, you still work for the man.
Somebody's man.
Yeah, but it's just at your own accord. So I don't know. It's very interesting when people start talking entrepreneurship because I'm like,
everybody's not meant to be one.
they're not. And I think it's different levels to it
Definitely.
because you can have your social media level entrepreneurship,
Yo.
but then you can have your like in person like. Both of them are hustle, but I'm like hitting the pavement hustling.
Yeah.
Which is completely different. Because I could just sit at somebody's DM for like 20 minutes and type up a good thing to say to them to hopefully, purchase something. But it's a whole different skill set when you gotta
be in somebody's face. Man, if you're trying to sell, you gotta be in somebody's face.
and it's back to back to back, and the responses gotta be quick. So shout out to y'all. Also wanted to talk about because we didn't get to talk about it last month. The whole Pride Month.
Yes, yesterday was the last day of Pride Month.
Yeah.
Shout out to the LGBTQ community.
Shout out to that community. LGBTQ. Shout
Yes.
out. Hey, I don't know. So
Okay.
then you went to the whatchamacallit?
I went to
parade. The Pride
Baltimore.
Parade.
Yep, I went to Baltimore's Pride Parade. It was fun. It was I went to both events. It was
It's a 2-day event or?
yeah, pretty much the weekend. So they had one downtown, and that was like the block party. So they have like about 4 stages, I guess. So that's something it's something for everybody pretty much. It's food events, and it's just people just celebrating being themselves. So it was a fun event. And then the second day was at Druid Hill Park, and that was like the family day. So like people brought their children, people with their dogs. It wasn't as big, but it was nice. It was fun. Pretty much same thing. That's about it.
Hey, shout out to y'all. And what's his name? Old Town Road Boy?
Oh yeah, Lil Nas X. He came out yesterday.
I was like,
And they pretty much on social media, they was just saying like, okay, he came out on Twitter, I believe. And no offense, I wasn't surprised.
Oh, for real?
I wasn't.
I don't pay enough attention to be like, yo, you gay
But that's news. That's news.
But why
to
is
people.
it news anymore? Like, why do we even care?
Why do we even care?
I understand, like, don't get me wrong, I understand, the LGBTQ community has gone through lots of oppression. But I'm like, why should it even be news anymore? Like, why sex tapes not even news anymore like that anymore?
Because it's so common. It's become the norm.
Yeah.
So people aren't fazed by it anymore. But I guess because of the momentum that he's getting right now with such a hot record on the radio.
Number
and
one.
Yeah, they
one
want to
country.
keep his momentum going. So, I don't care.
They want to keep his momentum going in the aspect of like, yo, let's just put this out there and it may not be true.
I mean, you got to think, artists are here today, gone tomorrow.
Ooh.
So I mean, I guess they want to keep this boy alive. They're gonna push whatever news they're gonna push, and since that's just a hot thing right now, and
So he may not really be gay.
I don't know.
No, I'm just
I,
going
I
off the
don't
narrative
know.
that you was talking about. That's it.
But like I said, it's just a publicity stunts.
Well, they do publicity stunt. Necessarily, he's not doing it for publicity stunt.
Maybe not. Maybe he is, and if he is, shout out to him. But
Did you listen to his album?
no,
Why you say it like that?
no. I'm an old school. I'm a '90s.
Yeah, I tried to. It really
I
wasn't.
can't. This generation music kills me. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm going retarded listening to it.
Man, lyrics ain't where it's at no more. Hey,
I'll pass.
cat in the hat.
I'll pass.
I get that and that.
All right, you're done.
Yeah, that's my little rap for the day. But speaking of get that and that, talking about this whole foodie call movement.
Oh, pause. What?
Yes, yo.
Say it again.
It's called Foodie Call.
Foodie call.
Call.
Food.
Yeah,
Foodie.
food. My Baltimore accent, foodie.
Just a little bit. So
Foodie.
it's like booty call, but it's food.
Yeah, it's for the women.
So please explain that.
Well, I was been a victim, but
Oh,
basically,
you been a victim.
basically, all my fellas that may or may not be cosmetically challenged.
Did you say?
Yes, you do have some cosmetically challenged people out here in the world, and you will not be
Cosmetically
forgotten.
Take note.
You will not be forgotten. But for all my fellas that may be cosmetically challenged, or just all my, what's another word for overdoing it? Or my overdoing it fellas, that just
Okay.
be doing too much.
You try a little bit too hard.
Yeah, you trying a
Pump
little
your brakes.
bit too hard, even though women like consistency. I don't know.
But you don't have to try.
Yeah. Okay, but for them, you talking to a woman, you find her highly attractive, of course, you filling her out, y'all communicating, but it's like one-sided, more towards a male. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Next thing you know, you run and talk to her for a couple days. And then, of course, you may just be on that, yo, I got my shot. I got to shoot this. Like, yo, let's go out to eat.
Okay.
It's out the blue. She ready to go. Even though you, even though you asked her, like, yeah, you trying to go to the park, you trying to go to the bar, you trying to go skate, you
When
trying to
have
go
you
to a
ever asked
museum.
a girl, does she want to go to the park?
I recently did ask. I was flying my drone.
That's
What, yeah. I
Okay.
was flying my drone.
All right.
Like, you want me at the park?
But that's not a typical question. that
Yeah, it's
gets
not a
asked.
typical question, but I really want to fly.
I
my
had to
drone
call
that
your
day.
bluff. That's all.
Oh, okay. Hey, it wasn't a bluff. But, yeah, she was like, yeah, I want to go out. Take me, let's go out to eat.
Let's go out.
You
So
out,
you are now in the foodie call.
you on the
phase.
foodie call because, well, she'll go out to eat, have a whole conversation with you like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, finesse game.
Yeah, finesse the whole thing out you. Now, see, you thought the night going right, drop off at her house if you picked her up. But if not, because I understand women have boundaries and, women want to be secure and there's some creepy ass guys out here.
Absolutely.
So they may not
Stay
give
safe,
out.
lady.
Stay safe. So they may not want to give their address. They may want to meet you at the location,
I
which
did
is
that before.
perfectly fine. I offered that question before and I was like, they was like, why would you ask something like that? I'm like, hey, look.
People don't think.
Yeah, people don't think. But, yeah. What was I about to say?
You drop off home.
Drop her off home, thinking the night went well.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just hear out the next day, see if we can just talk. Boom, silence.
Oh.
Next thing you know, you hear that little song. Day after day.
All right, so let me get this straight. Ladies, fellas, I hope y'all listening. So, you talk to a girl.
Yeah.
It's not real constant communication, but then you hit her out to take her out to eat.
Yeah. Or she offers like, yeah, what are you doing tonight? Well, let's go out to eat.
Okay, so then, or she pitches it to you to go out.
That
and
reverse
then
psychology shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All right, and then, of course, the choose outing is dinner. And, of course, I'm not going to say of course, but I guess this is where shit gets real. Guys typically pay for the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you get stuck with the bill, and you don't even get no booty afterwards.
It's not even about the booty. Like, it's not even about the booty. Like, you know damn well you don't want to have nothing to do with me.
I can't speak. I'm sorry. It's a terrible situation.
You've done foodie calls before?
I disagree. No.
You disagree what?
I disagree with what they're doing.
Okay.
I don't. I pay sometimes. If I ask you out, that's my date. I initiated it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I can't. I got morals. I live different.
So I was talking to one of my homegirls, Riri.
Hey.
Because it was around the time that what's that girl? City Girl.
Young Miami.
Yeah, when Young Miami got pregnant.
Yeah, City Girl summer is over.
Yeah, I texted a couple of my homegirls. I was like, yeah, City Girl summer over. What you gonna do? She missed her period as many times she was talking about it.
Yo, Young Miami, you let us down, but that's okay because JT's supposed to be on her way home. Free JT.
You went about 90 days, give or take, right?
Yeah, that 90 days.
Yeah, so I was texting her and I was like, yeah, you can't have no more Savage Summer or whatnot. It's no Savage Summers for you.
Stop this summer. You can't stop it.
Yeah, she was like, nah, for real. She was like, I'm not about, my savage life no more. I'm done with it. And I was like, oh, snap.
Ball.
I was like, so what was like the savage stuff you used to do? And that's
personal.
That's how we got on the whole foodie call thing. Her message.
Okay. All right. Are you dropping her receipts? Did you get permission for this?
No, okay.
I had nothing to do with this.
I said, She said, listen, there were times where I didn't feel like cooking or was on a budget and said yes to a date I didn't even want to do it. I said, wow.
Do it. Hey, live your best life. Live your best life. I already stated my opinion. I said I disagree on it. But listen, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You do.
Don't get me wrong. I was heated at first because I was like, damn, I was a victim of this shit.
Yes, I was a victim. You set yourself up.
You think so?
A little bit, low key.
But I'm not the type of guy that be doing too much or you don't want to communicate. We just don't communicate. I'm like, all right, and
I respect y'all.
Yeah. So I remember I was talking to this. I was in Albany. This is probably a year when I got to Albany or whatnot. At the bar with my homeboy, and he was like, yo, she keep on looking at you as the bartender. Mind you, my rule with bartenders, I don't really like talking to them because I'm like, yo, you flirt with everybody.
Have to.
Yeah, you got to flirt with everybody. That's your job. So, I don't know if this is genuine or not. So,
you play this safe.
I'm good off a bartender.
That's smart.
He's like, nah, yo, she really looking at you. And so I looked up. She's putting on lip gloss in the mirror, which reflected back to me and smiled. And I was like,
that was slick.
Hey, yeah, I was like, I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to shoot it. And then shot my shot, got a number, and communicated. And then, I text, she ain't never texted back, and I just let it be. Mm-hmm. Then, a couple days later, she added me on Snapchat, and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. And then, one day I was getting off of work, but, it's one of those, yo, who trying to go out? Happy hour type of vibe. Mm-hmm. Of course, sent the eyes, and I just wanted to go out. Mm-hmm. Went out. Then another time, just hit me up. I hit her up again, so I wound up hitting her up yo, thanks for coming out. XYZ. No response. And I was like,
Maybe she's just busy.
Next thing you know, a couple days later, yo, you trying to go out to eat? I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, so she's keeping it on her terms.
No, I was so Foodie Call. It happened twice. It happened 2 more times after that. And then that last time, I was like, yo, she only really hit me up when she hungry.
Well, I'm glad you noticed it.
I did. Fuck all that. That's why you only got Applebee's. But still.
They got the $1 margarita.
Yeah, south of the border, they got $2 margaritas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of either, but, right. But anyway, so how does it feel?
I feel hurt. I feel ashamed. I feel used.
Was it that deep?
It was that deep. When I thought about it after. That deep? I thought about it after. But no, I mean, I understand because, it's always that thing of, yo, if she's just coming for food, We gotta flip it. For the men, it's like, yo, sometimes may not be feeling the woman. Like, yo, I just came for the ass.
Gotta get the booty. It's like, trade for a trade, like a barter and trade system.
But I wouldn't do a barter and trade like, yo, I feed you, gotta fuck me type. No, I wouldn't. I'm not that.
But there's some guys that are. There's some guys that do that.
Yeah. But it's like, yo, like really, like your vagina is like we really split the bill or whatnot. No, we'll keep it as whole. Like your vagina is really like 36.46, or whatever the value of that meal was, and that's not even including receipt.
But you may just luck up, and she may want to.
Yeah, she want to, but I wouldn't put in the aspect of like
it's
a trade off for it. Like, yo.
But no,
she probably just wanted it before then. Like, she probably didn't even really want to go out to eat. Like, yeah.
That was a bonus. The food was a plus.
Yeah, the food was a plus. She probably just on something like, yeah, like, I need to be able to have this, like, 2-hour outing with you just to make sure you don't say nothing stupid. Like, she's like, I'm really already going to give it to you, but
yes,
I just need you to know you ain't about to say nothing stupid. Right.
And then,
Hey.
when you show you can handle yourself, and then boom.
Then that's when you play all the stupid shit out. That's when you start talking man stupid.
But no, it's 2019. Ladies, if you are really doing this, like, get it together.
Yeah.
You said, set certain standards.
Yeah,
I
certain standards for
yourself. And by all means, you know what? This probably not a lot of people listen to Black, but he has a song, pretty much a whole song about this.
A food call? Foodie call?
Not gonna say necessarily a foodie call, but I know one line he said, how you claim you want to be great, but you sleeping all day.
Ooh.
Like, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. If someone takes you out, if you couldn't pay for this meal yourself, don't leave it up to somebody else to pay 2 times of what you would originally paid.
Damn. I like that.
Don't do that.
I like it. What Jay-Z said, if you can't pay
for it twice, put it back.
Yeah.
But no, we gotta do. If we are doing this, we gotta do better. And
it's fine. If we are, y'all is. Some of y'all
don't put me in that category. Don't put me in that category. Like I said, if I invite you out, it's my day. I'm gonna pay for it. But everybody wasn't raised like me.
Hey, you heard it, fellas. If she invites you out, if she invites you out, make sure y'all DM her. She's single. Remember that. Like, I think we said this like 3 episodes ago. She said she's single, ready to mingle. So shoot y'all shot.
Shoot your shot.
I don't know if you gonna make it or not, but this shit may be in the request.
Yo, sitting.
A request DM like,
Sitting. Listen, I'm busy. I'm sorry, I'm busy. Alright, but another topic I like to touch on with this whole, I guess, like, foodie call movement, or not necessarily, but stepping out. Carmelo and LaLa. What's going on with that? I've heard some stories, pretty much about her accepting the baby that he had when he had stepped out on her.
I heard she didn't.
She didn't? No, but they were saying, should she?
Oh, should she?
Yeah. If that's your husband, you take him back after his infidelities and he create a baby out of that, would you accept that baby?
Should she?
Should she?
She don't got to do nothing at the end of the day. She has a choice, right?
Absolutely.
But I believe even she may not personally accept the baby, but she still has to let that child be in the sibling's life because Carmelo and LaLa, Cayenne's life. Yeah. Okay, she has to allow that had to happen.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Now, personal, hey.
But see, this is how I feel about it. If you accept him back, you're accepting what he did and what he created outside of you.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't half love somebody. So if you are going to love that person completely, you're going to accept what they did and what's coming along with it. Like the whole, I don't know if you watch Love and Hip Hop, but like Kurt and Rashida.
I hear these stories on and off.
Yeah. So like she accepted.
Wasn't he messing with one of his artists? Like all his artists?
No, I think you're thinking of Steve PJ.
Okay.
But he was married to Rashida, stepped out, some young girl, had a baby. I guess he wasn't necessarily accepting Rashida, but by Rashida accepting him back into like the house, because she pushed stuff out. By her accepting him, she pretty much accepted the baby and tried to work out something with the child's mother. So I feel like in the same sense, if that's something that LaLa is going to do, then she's going to accept that baby too.
Yeah, she would. In a sense, like, yo, if you don't, it's like you're hating it. And like all you when you hate something, you hold on to it. What are you doing? You're
You
poison.
hurting this. Yes, you hurting yourself.
Yeah,
You hurting
you're
those
yourself.
around you.
This child is brought into the world. It's pure. It doesn't know anything.
Nothing about what happened.
But you know they can feel your energy and vibe.
Yes, that I believe. But
They can feel that spiritual.
I don't think
sense.
the baby would be that close and so soon.
So you think she's like, yeah, go see your child, but that child can't come in my house, in our home, or if he does, or if the child does, then I'll be at the mall or something.
Maybe. I mean, that's still his son.
Yeah.
So, or child. I don't even know if it's a boy or girl.
Yeah.
But that's still that man's baby. So I feel like he is gonna have it. He's gonna bring it around, especially if it's a sibling involved. Get those two to start bonding and know each other. So I mean, it's all in. I guess she's willing to tolerate.
Yeah. So what would you do? Well, you accept, right? Yeah. You put that head down. Oh, you talking all this big nonsense, but when it came to you.
I ain't say.
So Maiya, yeah, you ain't say, but if we had cameras, they'll see.
I was real convincing. But I ain't say it could be me.
Okay, so if it was you in this particular situation, such as with you being a woman, how would you handle it?
Don't put me in that place. I don't know.
Answer these bars.
I don't. I would have to heal. I would have to truly, truly heal. I don't think that's something you can't easily bounce back from. Y'all have a child together. Y'all have been married for like the longest, and something like that happens. Yo, that's trying on your soul.
I almost forgot they were married. Like,
yeah,
like they've been married for. I'm like, damn, he's still with her. Like,
he's still with.
Like, that's dope. Yeah,
that's a long time.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be something. That's gonna be a hard pill for me to swallow. So it'll definitely take me some time before I consider accepting anything. Like, let me get myself together first instead of trying to worry about something else outside of me.
Yeah.
Give me my moment. But no, I don't think I can handle that.
You don't think? Now, the major plot twist to this is if she stepped out.
Oh, he would be crushed. Men can't handle half the stuff women can.
Nah.
Hell no.
And we have a male fragile ego.
Men are worse than women, I swear.
Hey, we are. I ain't scared to admit it.
So, what if it was, your scenario? Shit switched. Your woman. Hell no, that take too long. That take too long. Y'all can hide y'all shit because it ain't y'all. That would take too long. But the fact that she knew and she had to come tell you.
Oh my God. Because that baby, you did bring up a good point because it's like some women don't show until like 4 or 5 months. And then she could like easily, like once she found out she pregnant, she'd be like, I'm going on a detox. I ain't drinking no more water. I ain't drinking no more alcohol.
But what if you think it's yours?
No, hold on. No, you're saying...
Yeah, but if y'all are consistently active, it's a chance that it may be yours.
She wouldn't have to... While she's going through that, she would have to determine, like...
Yo, you're a cruddy individual if you would go through a whole 9 months having somebody else's baby and wouldn't tell your own husband that's not his child.
Women do that all the time. No. On Maury. Every Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock.
That is crazy. But no, go ahead.
But the thing about it is like, yo, she's having sex with... It's one thing of, having a sexual encounter with 2 different people, do it within the same week, do your thing. It's another thing of having a sexual encounter and like, these niggas nutting in you. Like, you letting these niggas, you letting them spray it up. You letting these guys shoot the club up. Like, yo, you don't care nothing about your pH balance? Like,
preach.
Like,
it's
a situation like that, I don't know. Like, as a male, like, yo,
you gotta be careful.
when did she tell me? Like, as soon as she found out she was pregnant, or?
And that's gonna be a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a couple weeks. So
now at that point, I'm trying to clock everywhere you've been. Like, where did I miss the gap? Like,
where did I miss the gap? You got it planned. You got it lined up.
Yeah, like, but being in the NBA, you're on the road, so it's like all it is trust at that point. But being a regular guy, dealing with my woman, and she stepped out, got whole pregnant, not half pregnant.
Not half pregnant. Oh,
she went half on a baby with somebody else. Oh no, yo.
Yeah, see, that's a tough pill. That's a tough position to be in.
Yeah.
Pick and choose wisely. That's all I can say.
Pick and choose your partners wisely. But even that, can you really
stay safe?
Yeah. Cause you don't know that person.
Just make sure you know what you gotta do.
True. This whole love and trust thing is hard.
And then I feel like it's a temptation thing too. Like you said, you being out there on the road, it's a lot of temptation. It's a lot being thrown at you. It's easy to get so caught up.
It is. You get caught up being single, man. I tell you.
Preach.
Hey, you heard those fellas? Hey, she's looking for 2 more people on her roster.
Listen.
She's looking for 2 more people to add to her roster.
But you said they're going to be sending in a message request?
Yeah, and goddamn request. Last topic before we close this thing out. 4th of July. Oh.
What?
My bad.
Why don't you?
My bad, people. We're pouring the last glass before we get out of here. 4th of July. July 4th. So I've seen a lot of people on Facebook. We're like, yo, you know, y'all don't celebrate June 19th.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
I
didn't post anything about 4th of July. June 19th is what really celebrated for me. So that was my Independence Day.
I mean, it's Independence Day. I don't fucking know.
I mean, all right. So with it, I guess being
just kicking it with the family. Like, hey, the government, like, yeah, y'all could be off. Well, I ain't working, but you ain't
got no job.
You ain't got no job, Tommy. But like my family could come. Hey, we gonna cook out.
I guess it's more of what it's really representing, not necessarily the date that America has made it, like what it really represents itself. So,
yeah.
Just like I said, Juneteenth was mine.
Yeah. Did you cook out?
I was working.
Yeah, it fell during the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Oh. Why you do that face for? Oh God. But yeah, July 4th. You got any plans?
Not really. What day is it even? I lose track of my days. It's so easy. I don't even know what day it's on.
Somebody was like, yeah, you ready for this weekend? I'm like,
right.
This
everybody kept saying, I got a short week. I'm like, what week is it?
They was like, yeah, 4th of July. I was like, 4th of July fall in the middle of the week.
It's like what, Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Okay. I'm going to be working.
I'll be chilling.
Yeah. So, I guess everybody typically goes to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
But it's too crazy out here nowadays.
Man.
It's too much happening. You can't even enjoy stuff how you used to.
You can't. Like, yo, when them little kids were pushing people in the harbor.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no. See, absolutely. You can't go nowhere.
Yo, if anybody know Baltimore's water, National Harbor water.
That
like,
harbor
yo,
water.
You dip your toe in there. Like, yo,
they said they recently found a dolphin in there.
Are you serious?
Something. Everybody was so mad. I think it was a dead dolphin. And you know the aquarium is like right there.
Oh God.
So I don't know what happened.
He's like, damn, this dolphin died. Let me just scoot to the side. Shout out to Peter.
Oh God. But no, it's just. They typically have the fireworks down in the harbor. Everybody goes to like Federal Hill Park or go over by Port Covington and, you know, watch the fireworks. Or like go, I know Columbia be having stuff. I know like Anne Arundel County, they have stuff. But this city is so crazy. I don't even want to go outside.
Nah, well, it's going to be fireworks all in this neighborhood.
Right,
so,
you just look out the window.
Yeah.
You see all you need to see.
We're going to be cooking out. People, please be safe. Like, yeah. All over, just not in Baltimore, just all over the world, all our podcast listeners. You know, we got people in Australia.
That's what's up.
And Russia.
Hey.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's,
yeah, I don't know if it's Putin in them or real Russian fans. But nah, be safe because it's like you don't want to mistake some of these fireworks for gunshots.
And we'll stay away from people's houses. People are not, following the directions like how they supposed to, and they hitting people's houses.
Oh, with the fireworks?
Yes.
Oh, I ain't know that.
That's why you're not supposed to have them in the city anyway.
Hey, get out of here.
Right. So watch out for people's house. Stay safe.
Get that good food going on. I know we cooking. Well, I'm cooking. So.
I'm definitely sliding through for my plate.
Come on through. I'm trying to invite a lot of people over. So, that's it for 4th of July. I think our next podcast should be the natural hair.
Hey, shout out to all my natural hair ladies. This will be a really, really good podcast. We're going to be discussing pretty much, your natural journey, your background, your walk of life, and, how you got into, coming to the naturalista side.
Yeah, because I just found out I have 4C hair. I thought I had 360D because I had 360 waves.
Get out. You are done.
But nah, we close this podcast. So I want to also give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting the movement and to keep that same energy, tank tops.
Yes.
And then the natural hair curl caps. I cannot push those things for no reason.
I need one, that's why.
They not pushing. So hopefully, I don't know if they reaching the right people.
We need to get more exposure.
Yeah.
I got some ideas.
Okay, yeah, we'll discuss them offline. But yeah, support the movement. Thank you for listening to another episode of Unpredictable Thoughts Podcast. Your boy Trouble's in the building.
And we got Maiya, the designer agent here.
Peace.